Challenge to Pop Tart Lee, and this is another episode of the 1p movie challenge, as I've been calling it. Just a very brief overview. Hopefully you've seen the first video and you know where I'm going with this, but just trying to showcase what's out there as a movie collector for pennies, essentially. You can pick up. It's stupid because I'm filming this and there's not many episodes happened, but I know what I've actually picked up so far and it is stupid. So just trying to highlight what's out there for dirt cheap. And hopefully if you're a film collector, this might just spark something in you to go out and start picking up the odd Blu-ray same time. Although by the same account, it could also trigger some competition in the market for what I'm trying to do. So just go and buy them from the shops. I'll keep doing this and we'll see where we get. So this one, again, there is some 1p ones coming, I promise you. But this one was 99p, and for me it's a steal. It's Casino Royale. The first James Bond with Daniel Craig in. I picked this one up, yeah, like I said, 99p. This was one of the first ones when I started doing this that I came across. It was like, it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's an older film. It's from, I think, 2006. And I think this is kind of the time when Blu-ray first came out, because you can see the sticker. It's got the, plays on PlayStation 3. I mean, I never had a PlayStation 3. I was an Xbox man back then, but I've got a PlayStation 4, and you think 5's coming out. So this is, it's 14 years ago, which is crazy. Let's do a little clip of Bond and then talk to you some more about it.
Miss Lynn will give me the account number, if she hasn't already. So all I need from you is the password. The password, please. I've got a little itch down there. Would you mind? No! To the right! To the right! To the right! You are a funny man, Mr. Bond. Ah! Yeah! Ah! Ah! Yes! 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 Yes!
So again, one of the reasons I like doing this is I want to know more about films, and I'm not going to lie and make out I'm some sort of big James Bond fan, because this is actually the first James Bond Blu-ray I actually own. I've not actually seen the original, you call them the originals I suppose, but the Sean Connerys, the Roger Moore, I've not seen those films. I've literally seen the Daniel Craig ones, I've seen all of those, and I've seen I was going to say Timothy Dalton, but I haven't seen that one. I've seen the Pierce Brosnan ones, and I've enjoyed them all. I don't know why I've not gone back, but again, this is a way that I might be able to, if they're on eBay or such for part of the challenge, then I've got no objection at all to picking them up and giving them a go. As I've said in the previous videos, one of the main things with doing this is the extras you can get on films. I mean, this one has got 4 extras on. I'm hoping that shows up. But I've watched all of them. Becoming Bond is a really nice one, where it shows you basically right from when they were able to get the rights back to make Casino Royale, as it was originally made, I think in the 60s or something, they were saying, as a comedy of sorts. And they got it back and made it the way that Ian Fleming had wrote it. Tells you how they went about casting Daniel Craig, shows you how Daniel Craig was shown to the world as James Bond, quite funnily, in the fact that he was James Bond coming down the river, but he had a life jacket on. And then he just talks a little bit about being Bond, and then it goes through some of the parts of the movies. James Bond for Real is a really good showcase of the stunts. I mean, if you think again 14 years ago, but the stunts in this are really good. I had really good memories, and I have watched this film since buying it. That's one of the things I'm going to do. But at the very start, where it's like is it called parkour or free running? But there's a guy who's just crazy jumping from crane to crane, and just amazing. Other ones, Bond Girls Are Forever, which I think would probably interest people more if they'd seen all the Bonds. I haven't, but it's the Bond girl from the one with Timothy Dalton in. I can't remember her name. She said her name, but she's going around talking to other Bond girls about what it's like to be a Bond girl. So it's interesting enough, but because I don't really know the characters, I kind of probably lost a bit. And then it's got the music video for Chris Cornell's soundtrack, and it has some trailers, although it didn't sound there, but there was trailers for the film as well. Really, really good film. It stands the test of time really well. I really enjoyed watching it again recently. I have it with films. I watch that many films that sometimes you kind of forget where a film's going, but you remember bits from a film. But with this one, I actually remembered so much of it. Oh, blooming hell, excuse me. I remembered so much of it from scene to scene. It's got one of my favourite actors of all time, Mads Mikkelsen, in it. Amazing actor. It's been in the Marvel universe, been in the Star Wars universe, been in the James Bond universe. So it shows you, if you're getting picked up for all those kind of things, you obviously know what you're doing. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a big fan of Daniel Craig as well. I mean, Knives Out that he did recently, I thought was a brilliant film. I'm really glad that they're going to do a sequel to that. But going back to this one, it follows James Bond, where he. This is where this is what I've told you about the really crap reviews. Let me try and tell you what the story is for this one without reading the back, because I'm tempted to look back. So essentially, he is tracking down some money that's being used for like terrorism or stuff, and he stops something happening which would have got money for this character called Le Chiffre, who is basically holding and moving on money for different like criminal organisations. This causes trouble for him, and he sets up for a game of poker where he's essentially going to try and win the money back. So James Bond goes into that game of poker to try and stop that happening. And I'm not going to review it anymore. Go on IMDb if you want reviews. This is just me trying to showcase what you can get out there. So 99p, this one. I'll have a look and put something up so you can see how many of these are still available on eBay if you want to pick these up. I'm going to try and get Skyfall as well within the 99p. I didn't really understand Quantum Solace, or I didn't really like, what was the Spectre? But I'm looking forward to seeing the new one. The trailer looks really good for that, so I shall keep an eye out for that one. But that's another episode of this one done. Like I said, there's bargains out there, guys. 99p for a Blu-ray is just fantastic, and I will watch this again, probably to just try and understand it and explain it better. If somebody says, "Well, what's that about?" Well, it's about this man who doing. It's like load of garbage, to be honest with you. Comments again appreciated. If you're new to the channel from this route, just let me know that as well. Just I want to see if I'm picking up any new like subs or followers from this. By the same account, if it's not your kind of thing, I appreciate if you're subscribed to the channel for the fun codes. They're still coming. Don't feel you need to watch this. This is just my little passion project that I'm doing for myself. But if you are watching it and supporting me, as always, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, because I do enjoy doing this. It's good fun. It's a nice little stress relief from life. So that's it. I think I've waffled enough for this one. So this episode, Casino Royale, James Bond, brilliant. I was going to try and finish it with like a stupid comment, and then try and do like you see that bit where he comes out in his pants and like try and do some sort of screen grab of that, but I can't be arsed. I'm sure somebody who I know better who does that kind of photoshopping stuff might be able to do that for me at some point and put it somewhere where we can see it. But for now, thanks ever so much for watching. Like, share, comment if you want to. Comments more than anything, please. I really want to know what you think, and I shall see you all for the next one. And the next one will be a penny one, I promise you. Cheers guys, bye for now, bye.